Hi, I'm Gary White for Central Kentucky Television. I'm here with Dr. Trish Ciccone, and we're at Central Kentucky Optometric Associates. Central Kentucky Optometric Associates has offices in Lebanon and in Springfield. And this is our eye care news that we've been doing for the past couple of months here on Central Kentucky Television. And this time we're going to be talking about celebrating safely, because we're heading into the summer and a lot of things are going on, and we need to make sure that we're keeping our eyes safe, right?
Yes, and our biggest concern in these months is firework safety, and even bonfire safety. That's another little thing to mention. Lots of folks are getting homemade and homegrown fireworks, or they're driving to Tennessee or up to Indiana and bringing them in, and we all like to have fun at these celebrations. 4th of July, Memorial Day is another time that folks use fireworks, or just getting the family together, the kids in the backyard, lighting off little poppers and those kinds of things. And 45% of fireworks-related injuries occur in children under the age of 14. And every year in the United States, 400 Americans lose sight in one or both eyes due to fireworks. And that's just completely 100% preventable vision loss. You just celebrate this safely this summer, not just the 4th of July, but all summer long. And leave the fireworks in the hands of professionals. That's our biggest recommendation. One little gadget that folks like to use, and especially our younger kids, is we like to give them sparklers and like to let them run around with sparklers. I mean, I did it when I was a kid, and my kids are always begging me to buy sparklers, and they're a little disappointed that I'm the eye doctor and I won't buy sparklers. But a sparkler burns at 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow. Imagine what that can do to your eyes. Not only just the heat of the burn, but when they burn down, those wires those are horrible, and they can penetrate an eye very easily.
So there's a lot of danger there.
I have seen, fortunately, not a lot of firework injuries in this area recently, but we've had our share. And we're usually around on the 4th of July, and one of the reasons that we kind of stay around is we usually get some calls, and usually they're not very good calls. The calls from firework injuries are generally pretty serious, and not all of them, but a lot of them end up in the hands of the surgeon, the retinal surgeon, and prognosis for visual return from these types of injuries is pretty minimal. They're generally quite severe.
We were talking before we started taping that the eye is able to recover from injury, but it's not as readily recoverable as some of the other parts of our body. Right?
Yeah, and one of the basic reasons for that is that your eye, like your cornea, is an avascular structure. So any healing that gets done, there is blood supply to the eye, don't get me wrong there, but it's limited and very localized to certain places, and so some of the places it's hard to get that delivery and that healing tissue there. That's why, when the surgeon does surgery, they make their incisions in certain places other than others. And, there definitely is a lot of science to that. And the thing is, we want to keep the eye as the cornea and the media of the eye, the cornea, the aqueous humor, the lens, the crystalline lens inside your eye, and the vitreous. We want all that to remain clear, because a clear lens transmits light a lot better than an opaque lens. And the problem is when you injure your eye and you have scarring is not clear. It's opaque, and so light can't enter an eye through a scarred media nearly as well as it can. But the injuries from fireworks, they can be from explosive, anywhere from burns to traumatic cataracts can be formed, to hyphemas, which is bleeding inside the eye, to retinal tears and holes and detachments, perforated globes. These injuries are generally very painful, very severe, and very sight-threatening.
Right, and they're not very good. So celebrate safely this summer. Avoid utilizing the fireworks, particularly around your eyes. And also, last time we did talk a little about making sure you wear your sunglasses and all that kind of stuff to keep your eyes safe as well, because we are going into summer now, so we want to make sure that everybody's taking care of your eyes, because as we said, it's easier to prevent things than to repair once the eye's been damaged.
Yeah, that is so true. It is so true.
Thank you very much. All right. I've been talking with Dr. Trish Ciccone with Central Kentucky Optometric Associates, offices in Lebanon and Springfield. This has been Gary White for Central Kentucky Television.